to call you? Auntie?
I don't know.
Mom? What do you want us to call? Mommy?
No, mommy. MAMI though.
Okay, mommy.
Mommy.
Okay, I have one of my favorite mommies on She's Dope episode number 6. But before we get into that, you already know. Hit comment, subscribe, ding, ding, hit the button. Follow me at she'sdope.pod. Tell the girlies who you are. Okay. Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Why?
Oh my gosh.
You shouldn't be.
Okay. So my name is Rebecca Wilson.
Ooh. Wilson, that sounds familiar.
I am one half.
You're one half. And I've had your other half on here.
And you've met my other half.
So if he's Uncle Will, what are the girlies? What should the girlies call? What are we calling you?
I am here to be your titi.
Oh my gosh.
I am not your tia toxica. I am not here to ask you when you're going to get married, when you're going to have babies. No. That is not the energy that I bring here, okay?
You're our titi.
I am your titi. Titi me preguntó, that's not me.
Okay,
Shout out, Bad Bunny.
let me try to say that. Titi. Okay, say it again.
Titi.
Okay, the whole thing that you just said, though. You said titi something.
Titi me preguntó. It's a Bad Bunny song.
Okay, listen. This is our Titi. You see how slow I'm saying it? Our Titi Rebecca. Our Titi Rebecca. But I have so many things I want to chit chat about what I heard.
Okay.
What I heard is that you have a podcast.
Yes.
And some of my girlies are on here and they're like, yo, I'm trying to be married. I'm trying to be wiped up. I'm trying to be booed up. I'm trying to have a boot. And I feel like you have a podcast that would be for them. So tell the girlies where they can find you.
So my girl Sam was on before.
Yes, she was. And we were talking about Water Talk.
Shout out to Maranta. Also, I am also on Water Talk. Anyways.
Did y'all see my face? I literally said, okay.
But I do also drink my water. Hey, drink your water.
Drink your water.
But she put y'all on game.
She did put us on game.
She did tell you guys. So the Double Date podcast.
The Double Date Pod.
The Double Date Pod. Go ahead, follow all that good stuff.
You need to follow, you need to subscribe, you need to ding like it's doubledate.pod. So if you didn't know, it's doubledate.pod.
Yes.
And so if you're trying to get chose, or maybe you're single and you're like, hey, I want to be married one day, this is the podcast for you.
Yes, we are just chilling. We are vibing. It is my husband and I.
Your husband and
which
you.
we've been married for 10 years.
Ooh.
And then it is Samantha and my brother Carlos, in case no one knew. That's my brother.
I call Carlos Daddy Yankee.
Savvy.
And I think I'm going to have Daddy Yankee on one of these episodes soon. So that is just a little ooh.
Daddy Yankee.
I'm actually weak. Daddy Yankee. Okay, let me stop.
Okay. So they've been married for 5 years. It's really just the four of us booling.
Honestly, you said something on your pod the other day. Okay. I ain't even gonna lie. And I wasn't gonna do this to you, but I'm doing it.
I need bring it up so I can clear my name. You guys had
an episode about to pick 3 characters from a movie or whatever to describe your spouse. And I thought that your top 3 were weakest.
First of all, let me just say the photos that I submitted were not the photos that my husband set me up. Those aren't the ones I submitted.
You know, one thing I'm gonna be about, because this podcast for the girlies is I'm a root for the girls. So I really like Sam. She was holding it down. LeBron James holding down the girls.
Yeah.
But
I told y'all I wasn't gonna be good.
Titi Becky.
Titi Becky was past my bedtime, number one.
You said Uncle Will was Killmonger.
First of all, that's not the picture I submitted, okay? And I said the reason why I picked him was because they smile the same and have the same dimples. The Killmonger didn't have that.
Honestly, I thought you were going to go somewhere with Creed. Because you said Michael B. Jordan.
I forgot about Creed.
She went with Killmonger from Black Panther.
I drew a blank in the moment. I got nervous. And Black Panther was the only movie I could remember he was in.
Number 2 sent me. She said the dad from Princess.
Because the girlies.
But not your crushing on the boppy. The bops.
Is he not fine?
I didn't like that movie. You know how I feel about it. Episode 1.
And we got beef because of that, because I love Princess and the Frog.
And then the last one you said is Jamie Foxx.
Okay, first of all, I need to clear my name, okay?
I
need to clear my name.
Yeah, she does need to clear her name because she said, and my last one is Jamie Foxx. You know, the show he's on.
Okay, first of all, I want to say it was a Friday. I had worked a full day. It was late at night, past my bedtime, and I said I drew a blank. I just didn't realize.
Listen, me and Becky just gave you the oop and the doop.
So for all these reasons, y'all need to subscribe and catch us on the Double Date Pod, because honestly, y'all never know what I'm going to say.
No, you honestly always have me weakened.
They messed around and added me and gave me a mic. I don't know who agreed to that, but...
Titi Becky.
Titi
Okay.
Becky.
So before I get into what I heard,
Okay.
I like to get in what I heard.
Okay.
And I have like strong resources, like sources, like
Okay.
the people that tell me these things. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna tell y'all. I'll never tell y'all. But like I just want to talk about like what I heard.
Okay.
And so it's only right I brought you on because you're a boss mom, and this episode is for the girl who's a mom,
Okay,
or wants to be a mom, or what needs to be encouraged. And I just heard that moms have a favorite child. And I need you to tell me if that's true, because that's just what I heard. Like, and don't give me the thing where moms go, it depends on the season. Sometimes it's this one, sometimes it's this one. This one's been getting on my nerves. I need you to tell me, do parents or moms have a favorite child if they have more than one child?
Of course they don't. It is not true.
I just don't believe it.
It's
You're
not
telling
true.
me out of your 3 kids, one of them, like deep down, you're like, okay, that's my favorite kid.
I don't have a favorite.
You're okay.
I don't
the way
have a
that
favorite.
she paused was, I have a favorite.
I don't have a favorite. Here is all I will say.
Okay, tell me why.
I got 2 boys,
Okay,
and
you
I
have
have
2 boys.
1 girl.
You have 2 boys and you have 1 girl.
Okay.
Okay.
So Trip is my oldest.
Yes.
That is mi pollito.
Okay, mi pollito.
Then I got Maya,
Okay.
mi chiquita bonita.
Mi chiquita bonita.
And then I
I'm a
got
Google Translator.
and then I have Winston,
Okay.
and that's mi osito,
Mi osito.
the bear of my heart.
Okay, so what you're saying is, I don't have a favorite. They each are special to me in their own unique way.
Correct. Because Trip is my miracle boy.
Okay, Trip is your miracle
He's
boy.
my miracle boy. Maya represents healing and restoration, which we're going to get into some stuff later.
Dude, no!
And so that's what Maya represents for me. She softened me up big time.
Okay.
So they each embody different parts of me that helped bring me into who I am now. So
I'm literally
that is
already-
all I will say.
I'm literally already about to cry. I could just feel it. I could just feel it on this episode.
Don't make me cry. Hey, also I got Base by Jay.
Listen,
Don't make me
Base
cry.
by Jay beat her face. Y'all know what it is because y'all saw episode number 5. And if you didn't listen, go back and look because it's on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple.
Don't make me cry. Don't make me mess up my Base by Jay.
Okay, so I have a question.
Okay,
Do you have siblings?
I do.
Okay, how many siblings do you have?
I have 2.
Okay, brother and a sister? Like,
I have a brother and I have a sister.
okay, you have a brother and a sister, and then you have 2 sons and a daughter.
Uh-huh.
Okay, before you got pregnant with your first kid,
Okay.
were you the type of person that was like, oh my gosh, I want to have a boy first? Or were you like, oh my gosh, I'm grateful for whatever I have? Like, what were you? Tell
Okay.
us, take us down that road.
I only wanted to be a boy mom.
Okay, same. Okay,
And I
talk to us about
was terrified of having a daughter.
Okay.
Daughter.
a
whatever.
daughter. Okay,
A daughter.
And what do you call your daughter? You said she's your
My chiquita bonita.
chiquita bonita.
That's my girl.
Okay, and you were scared to have a chiquita bonita.
I was. Okay, Spanish accent.
Allentown, Pennsylvania. Chiquita bonita.
So I of course I was like, I want to have a boy first, but I was just like, I'm gonna be a boy mom. Also,
Okay,
I'm a new sports mom. I'm in my sports mommy era
She's
right
in
now.
her sports mommy era, and she's one of those moms that you're like, yo, sit her down,
No.
or I'm gonna have to talk to her husband to get her out because she be doing the most.
Listen, and I'm loving it. And so I was like, I just want to be a boy mom. I felt like I was made to be a boy mom.
Okay.
Like I was like, yeah, boy mom all the way.
Okay.
And got hit me with the okey doke with Maya. He
Okay.
made me, the way he juked me and was like, for sure, here's your son. So we got Trip.
He gave you Trip.
And then we got pregnant again
Okay.
and was like, oop, there's a girl.
So God gave you the thing that you were like terrified of.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know what to do with this.
So you're telling me sometimes God will give us things that we don't really know what to do with.
Absolutely he will.
Okay. And what do you do? Because I have a girlie watching.
Okay.
She's in a situation right now where either she is a mom and she doesn't feel qualified, you know, or maybe she's a kid on the way, right?
Okay.
And she's like, I ain't going to hold you. I'm the girl right now that's like, I want to be a boy mom. I don't want to have any girls. And there might be some layers to that.
For
I'm
sure,
not, I
there
haven't
are.
really tapped in on
There
all of
are.
it, but what advice can you give that girlie? Like, God is giving you something
And you don't know what to do
and you
with.
don't know what to do with it, and you're here. So like when Maya like was born, like what'd you do?
What I do, I freaked out at first because, you know, hit it with a little Spazzington.
Okay, me.
And then I had to remember the truth of what God says in his word.
Okay.
And a children is a blessing from the Lord. A child is a blessing from the Lord, right? Also, I had to hit it with the Proverbs 31.
Proverbs 30.
I might get the verse wrong. So my husband's the pastor. So
Okay, wait, pause. let me tell you she's lying. Her husband is a pastor and she is a pastora. So that means she's a pastor too.
But I believe it's Proverbs 31:5,
Okay.
where it says her arms are equipped for the tasks.
Okay.
That includes the children. That includes your home, because that is your first ministry. And so I had to come to terms with the fact that, you know what, the Lord gave me a daughter. I am equipped. He has given me everything. I felt the most unqualified in general to be a mom, period. But especially to be mom of a girl. I was terrified of messing that up.
Why were you so terrified?
Because
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Guess what? We're going here.
So I was terrified because of my own personal relationship and experience with my mom.
Got it. So you were like fearful that like your daughter might have the same experience, or because of the upbringing you had, like you don't really feel.
I just did not feel equipped or prepared to do that in the way that I wanted to. And I like to be, I'm a little delusional. Sometimes I like to be the best at everything that I do.
Okay, same.
And so, which realistically, like, right? But I was like, if I'm going to be a mom, I'm going to be Mamiana.
Mamiana.
Okay? Mamiana.
Okay.
And I felt like I could figure out how to do that with boys. But I just knew that the Lord was going to take me on a journey becoming a mom of a girl. And he did.
I'm literally about to have a breakdown.
So my entire pregnancy with Maya, the Lord was, me and God was duking it out the entire time.
So really your entire pregnancy with Maya, God was restoring some things kind of in you as he was preparing you for Maya. What type of God did you hear? Yeah, I'm taking it there today on She's Dope. What type of God do we serve? Like seriously,
Yeah.
that was so churchy. But I'm like, he will literally take you through something to prepare you for something. And I mean, you're pregnant with a kid for 9 months.
Yeah.
So for 9 months, you are.
For 9 months, I learned how to bite my tongue.
Ooh. Because let me tell you what I don't be doing.
I learned the weight of my words, which, let me just say, my daughter is 8 now. And words are weighty in general, but especially when you're molding. And what's the word I want to use? Raising and directing leadership in a child like my daughter.
Wow.
That comes with different attitudes, emotions, and all of that. Yeah, God had to, he had to work that stuff out in me first.
So now do you look back and you're like, yo, like I'm doing the thing? Like, do you ever give yourself a moment? Because I feel like moms and like just girlies in general, we don't take enough time to celebrate ourselves and be like, yo, I'm doing the thing. And like, I'm doing better than what I thought I could. And so do you have those moments now where you look at Maya and you're like, oh, wow. I'm like, God has really carried me and I'm doing it.
I do have those moments often, and she finna make me cry.
Oh, well, I said we were going to be getting deep with
but
the
I have those moments often, and God actually speaks to me the most through my children, but Maya especially.
Oh, wow. Well, tell me more. You know, I'm going to take it there. I'm going to take it.
So I have those moments often in conversation with Maya because I'm so pressed at the relationship that we have and that we're building, because even in that, like, that's restorative in itself.
Yeah.
And healing in itself.
Yeah.
Of just like the openness that we have and just like the space that my husband and I have been able to create in our home for our children is I'm mind blown by that all the time. But it's also scary because it's also uncharted territory, right? So half the time my conversations with God are like, God, I don't know how to do what I'm doing or how to raise the kids that I have because my childhood and my upbringing was so different than what theirs is.
Yeah.
And that's what causes me to lean on him more every day. Like, I have to wake up every morning and be like, God, I need you to give me the wisdom because some of the stuff my kids be saying out their mouth.
You be ready to like.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, but my kids are natural born leaders in general. And what's tricky with a daughter, right, is like, I love that she's outspoken.
Yeah.
Because there are things that I was not allowed to express or use my own voice as a child. And I'm like, no, I want her to have that. But it is showing her when and how, but not stripping her of her voice.
Yeah.
And it's tricky to do that when you're trying to figure that yourself and reparent yourself as well.
Well, I will tell you this. I've known you for 4 years.
Okay, here we go.
And you are a super woman. The way you love on your kids, I'm like, I think I went through a season in my life where I was like, I don't ever want to have kids. Because it seems like a really hard task.
Yeah.
But then I moved to Charlotte and I met people like the Wilsons. And I feel like you guys love on your kids in a way that I'm like, oh, I can do this. And you are a phenomenal mom.
Thank you.
And I just have to take a moment to shout out all the moms.
Shout out all the moms, man.
I do think that, moms really do the best that they can.
Yeah.
And I know my mom is watching. And my mom, her name is Charlene Elliott. And I know my mom watches every episode of She's Dope. And there's not a lot of time. Like, I don't give my mom her flowers enough. So, hey,
go ahead, give my girl her flowers.
And you have a mom that's still here, you should give your mom her flowers because she did the best that she could. But I remember being a kid and being like, oh my gosh, I'm the most like my mom. And people used to always say that my mom was extra, right? And that she was like kind of like over the top. And I used to be like, as a kid, like, ugh, why am I like my mom? But really, those are the things about my mom that I love. Those are the things about my mom that I'm grateful for. And like my extraness, but also like my ability to like communicate, because I be thinking I'm not a communicator, but I believe God has gifted me to do that.
Absolutely. Say it again. Run it back.
God has gifted me to communicate.
Amen.
I got that from my mom. And so, Mom, I want to say thank you, because moms literally make it happen.
Yeah.
Like, my mom did her thing until this day she does her thing. And so I want to shout out all the moms.
Shout out all the moms.
I think that moms are super women.
Absolutely.
And so
absolutely.
I want to tell you about what I heard.
Okay, what you hear? Time out. You gave your mom her flowers. Let me give my mom her flowers. Yes. So my mom, her name is Jeanette.
Hey, Jeanette.
So
Mama Jeanette, Mamacita Jeanette.
And let me just tell you, if my mom's watching right now, if she's watching, this is what, oh my God, Becky, pero, oh my goodness, por Dios, Becky. Dios mío, Becky.
Yes.
That is Jeanette. And so I want to give my mom her flowers, because my mom and my dad came to a country they ain't know the language.
Right.
Also that I could be all the things that everyone says of me now.
Yeah.
And so shout out to my mom. Shout out mommy,
moms.
because you're absolutely right. And the more that I go through this whole journey in motherhood, I'm like, dang, the things that I didn't understand as a kid, I'm like, she was doing the best she could. So shout out to you, mommy. I love you.
The best that they can. And that's why moms are super women. And so what I heard is,
okay, what'd you hear?
What'd you hear? Source, I heard that someone said, I'm not going to say who, that women can't do it all. Okay? Like, they can't be a boss at their job and be a good wife and be a good mom. And that threw me. And so I said, I'm going to talk about it on the She's Dope pod, because you do all of those things.
I be trying.
And so I need you to tell the girlies, like, can we do it all? I'm like, you're like a boss at your job.
Thank you.
There's not one time I come to the Wilson's house and Becky is not cooking a meal, making sure that her kids are ready for the next day, all of the things. And I don't know why she told y'all she wasn't a pastor, because she's a pastora. Every time, I call her and I'm having a breakdown, yeah, you're there. You're always sending me a scripture because you know I be reading my Bible probably every 5 days.
No.
So can we do it all? And there are some moms watching who are like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could do it all.
Let me look at my camera right here, right?
Right
That's
here.
what I'm looking at. You ready for the secret to this?
Yeah, give them the secret.
This is the answer, okay? Yes.
She said
Because
yes.
God has called you to do everything that he has placed down on the inside of you and that he has placed on your heart. Now, me saying yes don't mean that it's going to be easy.
And we be getting stuck there.
And it doesn't mean that it don't come with its own sacrifices in certain seasons.
What if you don't like sacrifices?
Baby, get used to it then. What you want me to say? What you want your cake and you want to eat it too? That's not how life works. I'm Titi Becky over here, so I'm going to give it to you straight.
Oh, well, I don't like when you keep it honest, Titi Becky, because I want my cake and I want to eat it too.
Boy, what you want? You want to do it all or you want to be mediocre? Which one is it? Also, I know in a couple episodes back, we talk about relationships, right?
Yes, we
So
did.
I want to talk to my girlies.
Okay, talk to my girlies.
Who you marry matters. Okay. So let me talk to the boys real quick, right?
Oh,
fellas,
nephews. Ding, 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 ding.
ven pa' acá. Let me tell you.
Yeah, she said, "Wen pa' acá." Wen pa' acá. Yeah.
Let me tell you real quick, all right? The woman that you choose to marry, that is your favor, okay?
Oh my.
So choose accordingly. But just like I'm talking to the fellas, let me talk to my ladies real quick,
yo,
okay?
don't go running. She talking to y'all too, so wen pa' acá.
I need y'all that when you picking the man, when you think about who you finna say yes to or not,
Yes.
who you marry matters. I would not be the woman that I am today. I would not be the boss, successful mom, all the things, if I did not marry my husband who supports. Not only does he support everything that I do, but he is probably my biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
And he will sacrifice whatever he needs to do in order to see me succeed.
Wow.
So just as much as I am pressed for him and everything that he does in all his endeavors,
Not I'm pressed for
it
him.
is the same. It is he is a partner in this joint with me. So however we have to make things work for him to travel, we do the same exact thing when I got to travel for work as well.
You know what? I love that you said that because I feel like a lot of girls be like, oh, I'm not going to get nothing in a marriage. I'm not going to get nothing in a relationship.
Not who you choose matters.
And she just gave y'all the secret sauce.
The secret sauce is that.
She said, listen, ven pa' acá, come.
Ven pa' acá.
Yeah. Who you choose matter.
It matters.
It
So
matters.
take inventory right now. If you're like, yeah, this guy's kind of cute, but then this guy over here, let me tell you, from the moment we met, before we were even dating, okay, he was supporting me in everything that I did. He was pulling up as a friend.
Before y'all were even dating.
He was pulling up
As a
he was
friend.
doing as a friend. And so
Some of y'all,
listen,
y'all ain't even friends.
listen. So yes, I believe women can do it all.
We could do it all.
You could do it all.
And you be a boss in the work field.
I be trying.
No, you really. I just have to shout you out because every time I come to the crib, because she works remote, you be on a making the calls.
You know, I want to make sure that I model out for my daughter that she don't need to wait for a man to do anything for her. And if she chooses to have a man in her life, that don't mean she needs to dim her brilliance or intelligence.
Yeah. And that's what I love about you is that you live that, but you also honor.
Yes.
You honor, and I love that. And I feel like the girlies needed this episode because there's so many girls that are out here and they don't feel like they can do it. And they don't feel like they can be a mom, and they don't feel like they can be a boss, and they don't feel like they can use their gifts that God has given them. And Mamacita, Titi Becky, you are that.
Thank you.
And so, listen, this is episode number, how do you say 6 in Spanish?
Número 6.
This is episode numero 6 on
Yes,
She's Dope
Tay.
Podcast. So you know what you need to do. Like, comment. How do you say subscribe in Spanish? Subscribito. Subscribe.
I don't
How do you say
know.
hit the bell?
Dale, I don't.
Dale. Hit the bell. She's Dope. Pod. Episode number 6.
Yes.